was finally able to escape that dinosaur. Oh, hello, my name is Fu Manchu. Now I know what you're probably saying. Hey, Fu, where's my money? What? That's not what they're saying? Oh, that's right. You're probably saying, hey, it's been 3 weeks since your last review. Jeez, 3 weeks. Where the heck have we been? Well, I know where we've been. Tell them. Okay, look, I'll tell them. Anyways, look, I've been really busy. And number one, I had a birthday. Yay! I'm older than I was last time you saw me. Isn't that the case every time I make a video? I don't know. Anyways, you know what? I had a birthday and a really cool thing happened. But before I get into that, let's do a little shouty-outy. That's right. Today's shouty-outy goes out to real loud reviews. No, wait, that's not how it sounds. How does it go?
Real loud reviews.
That's better. Now, these guys are awesome. Now, Mark usually does all of the face work for the videos, and the other guys just kind of destroy stuff around him. But you know what? I absolutely love his videos. And I recently got a comment from him, and I loved it. And it went a little something like this. Now, their latest video came out about a week ago, and I commented on it saying how happy I was that they were back, because it had been a while since their last video. Yeah, I don't know what that's like at all. It's been about, what, 3 weeks? But anyways, you know what? I'm really, really happy that they made another one, because they never cease to amaze me and make me laugh. I love their videos so much. Now, he commented down here below. He wrote, "Thanks so much again for your support." He says, "I have been checking out a lot of your vids as well. Very intriguing?" I wonder if they meant entertaining, but I don't know. But why haven't you tried using fishing line or chickens in your vids? I really thought these trends would have caught on, smiley face. Well, Mark, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm a doll, and it's really hard to find, fishing line and chickens in a scale that would work with me. I mean, if I put a chicken in here, holy crap, it would be huge. And I would always be distracted because it'd be knocking me all over the place like this. I'd be going, "Stop it, chicken, stop it." But you know what? This is for you. I have officially added fishing line to my video, and chickens! There they are! Holy crap, they're coming right for me! Oh my god! Chickens everywhere! Oh my god! So, I hope you're happy, Mark, because now I've got chickens everywhere, man! But anyways, you know what? Look, I have never, ever told any of you to subscribe to me, or leave a comment, or a like, or anything like that, because I really don't like people that do that. But you know what? I will definitely tell you who to subscribe to when I find somebody worth it, and these guys are worth it. So you know what? Why don't you zip right on over there to Real Loud Reviews, because this 183 subscribers needs to go up. These guys are so entertaining and so funny, and trust me, they destroy most of their toys, so they're gonna need more toys, so they need more subscribers. So please, go over there and subscribe to these guys, and let's get this 183 up to, I don't know, 1 million. That would be good. Or how about
1 billion, gajillion, fifillion, million.
Yeah, let's shoot for that many subscribers, because believe me, they deserve even more than that. Alright, now to what happened around my birthday. Now, the weekend before my birthday, me and my wife were out shopping. Now, she got a phone call and she wandered off, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just keep shopping then. After a few minutes, she came over there and she said, oh, I've got some bad news. And I said, what's that? She said, we've got to go to the airport and pick up a friend of mine because she's stuck at the airport. And I thought, man, we were shopping, we were going to go to Toys R Us, this stinks. But we ended up going over to the airport, and what follows is an artistic rendering of a Fu reenactment. But before we get to the reenactment, I have to say the following. Since you've never seen my wife will now be played by the absolutely beautiful Dove Cameron. Hey, yeah, one of my dream girls of all time. What? Hey, look, it's my reenactment. I can do it the way I want to. Besides, I think my wife might sue me if I used her likeness in a video. But anyways, there we were at the airport. And even though I didn't really want to be there, I was playing it pretty cool as me and my wife, were standing around looking for her friend to walk up. So we were surrounded by all the weirdos coming and going, and I'm looking around for a blonde-haired girl, and lo and behold, guess who walks up? None other than Mr. Evilcheese and Zombie Cat. Now, I never expected to see them walking up to us in an airport, and as soon as I saw them, I played it real cool, man. I fainted and everything. I fell down on the ground because I thought they were there to eat my brains, man. I didn't know what they were doing there. First, I thought I was hallucinating because I thought, that girl looks familiar. That guy kind of looks familiar. Oh my God, they're here to eat my brains. So I passed out. After I came to, it was explained to me that my wife secretly set up the trip so that Mr. Evilcheese and Zombie Cat could come down and spend the weekend with us as a birthday surprise just for me. And man, oh man, what a surprise it was. Now, when we picked them up at the airport, it was pretty late, so all we could really do was go out to dinner and try to pretend that we weren't all nervous and stuff like that and have fun talking to each other. And it was a lot of fun, man. But after that, we all piled into the time machine and dropped them off at their hotel. And man, oh man, from what I heard, the hotel was really, really cool. So, the next morning we picked them up, and since my wife had set up the trip, she acted as tour guide the entire time that they were down here. And she seemed to know everything about everywhere we went, too, man. It was like, oh, this bridge? It was built in 1842. That statue over there? Oh, that's a statue of so-and-so. Man, it's like she knew everything about everything. But while they were here, we did a lot of stuff. And one of the things we did, we went to like a museum, and it was really cool. They had all these neat little exhibits and stuff that we could check out. Now, I'm not going to say that it was a little unnerving having them here, because the entire time that they were here, I kept thinking, they must want to eat my brains. I mean, why else would they come all this way just to visit little old me? One of the coolest things we did while they were down here is we saw like this virtual movie where you shoot zombies, and these zombies are coming at you, man, and it was a lot of fun. Now we kind of picked on Mr. Evilcheese and Zombie Cat for shooting their own kind, but yeah, they seemed to be okay with it because Mr. Evilcheese kept getting all the high scores, man. I don't know, but you know what? That's still pretty cool. Now, you want to know how I can prove that Mr. Evilcheese and Zombie Cat are super cool? They could turn going to a souvenir shop into a lot of fun. Now, we actually went back to the souvenir shop to pick up some stuff on the last day because, you know, Mr. Evilcheese was trying to save money. He wanted to make sure, you know, he didn't spend all his money the first day. And on the last day, he's like, man, I want some souvenirs. So we went back, and it was so much fun, man. I got a souvenir. They got some souvenirs. And it was so much fun just to do something as simple as that. And even though we went to a lot of different restaurants while they were down here for the weekend, I have to say the very last place we went, it had elephants, man, and gorillas were everywhere. Everywhere we went, we saw gorillas. But you know what? There were elephants right by our table, and it was so much fun. And you know what? I had a blast. It's probably the best birthday I ever had, and I can't thank them enough for coming down here and visiting with us. And man, thank you guys, and thank you to my wife, Dove. My wife. She set it all up, and they came down. I can't even fathom the fact that they came down here because they don't strike me as the type that would just come down here to visit a stupid guy like me. And you know what? Thanks, guys. You made my birthday a lot of fun. This concludes the artistic rendering of the Foo reenactment. And yes, everything that you saw in those pictures 100% happened. Believe it or F you. But seriously, guys, thank you. It meant a lot, and I absolutely had a ball. And you know what else? They even got me a really awesome birthday present, because today's review will be on the following. Today's review will be on the DreamEx, or is it DreamEx? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Casey Jones 1/6 scale collectible action figure, limited edition. And man, oh man, is this present awesome on a bunch of different levels. Number one, I have never had a DreamEx 1/6 scale figure before, so this is going to be an all-new experience for me. Number two, I am a huge Ninja Turtle fan, going all the way back to the original Eastman and Laird comic book series that predates the cartoon. And number three, Casey Jones is one of my all-time favorite comic book characters ever. In fact, I would go so far as to say he's one of my all-time favorite characters ever. And when I was younger, I wanted to grow up to be this guy. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe I actually did, because that mask looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Okay, let's check out this box. Because it has this really cool artwork on the front that looks like it was made using the actual figure, and it's got splatter paint all around it. And what's cool about it is if you look at the hockey stick right there, it actually bends around the edge of the box. It's got his name there. It's got a little green stripe down there, and if you keep turning it around on the back, it's kind of plain. It just has the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo, some splatter paint right down there, the DreamEx logo, and a bunch of warnings that say, "Warning! Don't do anything illegal around Casey Jones or he'll beat you to death with a hockey stick." But that's pretty awesome. And if you keep turning it around on this side, you'll see Casey Jones's name, his baseball bat right there that actually folds around to the front of the package again, and that is awesome. Another thing that's awesome is it's got this neat little hologram that says Nickelodeon on it to prove that this is an official release, and I think that's pretty cool too. Now, looking at the top of the box, you can see the box itself is just a black shoebox design, and this white part right here is just a slip cover. And if you pull up on the slip cover, what you get is a very plain black box with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo at the top in shiny, reflective silver. Now, the box itself, like I said, is a shoebox, and there's no other designs on it whatsoever. It's just plain in black. So let's remove this top lid, shall we? Now, underneath that lid, we find the usual black foam that always accompanies a really awesome 1/6 scale figure. So let's look under this top layer of foam and see what lies underneath. And underneath, we discover that Dexter has killed Casey Jones. Holy crap, man! I guess that's what you get for being a vigilante, but man, oh man, does that look awesome. Check this figure out. Yeah, this is going to be the ultimate Casey Jones action figure. That is so cool indeed. Now, if you look carefully over here to the side, you'll see that he actually has his golf bag right there. Above that, he has a little thing here in a plastic bag. Looks like he has a baseball. He's got an elbow pad and a shoulder pad, and that is very cool. But you know what? That's not all he has, because if you remove this top layer of foam and lay Casey down in his carbonite and look underneath, you will find a stand and all of Casey Jones's arsenal. You've got hockey sticks, golf clubs, cricket bats, extra hands, and that is very, very cool indeed. Now, I probably won't be going into detail 100% in this video, and I probably won't be putting them all together. I'll probably do that later after the video's over, but I say we look at the figure at least and check him out. What do you say? So, here's Casey Jones fresh out of the package, and holy cow, check out that likeness. Now, I say likeness, I should say mask face, because man, they really nailed his mask, and I love the shading. His mask looks all dirty and scraped up and stuff. I love his hair design. Everything about this figure looks awesome. His shirt looks all dirty, looks like it's been all tattered and put back together. And you know what? Pulling it out of the package, I have to say some of the things I noticed. Number one, this is a very, very, very heavy figure. Now, the only figures that I could compare this to, that if you've had one, is like the Craft One or Craft Tone, whatever they're called. That's how heavy this figure is. I mean, it's very heavy duty. Number two, it's more than obvious looking at this design that this was based entirely on the original Playmates figure, the one that was in the original Ninja Turtles cartoon. Especially when you compare the two side by side. I mean, they even gave him the green shoes. Check that out. He's got the tattered knees on both figures. He's got the little tie there at the top of his pants. This one doesn't have track pants, as you can see. It looks more like actual pants, like cargo pants or something. He's got the belly shirt over here where they extended his shirt, but he's still got the tattered shirt there. He's got the little wrist wraps. Now, this one's only got it on one hand, but they kept the brown gloves too, and that's pretty awesome. And there's no mistaking that hair design right there looks very much the same as this hair design right here, and that is cool. Now, this one's missing his shoulder pad right there, but you can see with their Velcro, it's going to snap to it right there, and it should look just like that one. In fact, just like that one, and that is awesome. Now, turning the figure around and looking at it from behind, check out that hair sculpt. That looks amazing, and I love the strap with the buckle and everything. That looks so good, and his hair's not all just black either. It's got some brown highlights. And another thing that makes it exactly like the little Playmates Casey Jones figure I showed you earlier is the fact that his straps are actually red. And although you can't see them from behind, you can still see from the front that he has red straps on his mask, and that is awesome. I love the fact that this figure is just a blown-up version of that little one. Man, that is so cool. Now, you can see his shirt is all dirty right there. It's got the leather strap that goes to the shoulder pad. He's got like a knitted, I guess, I don't know how you'd say that, shoulder pad right there, looking very cool. Very, very rock. He's going to pull that off and do the rock bottom. Very neat. He's got some actual, like, tape around his wrists because it's very sticky, so I'm assuming that's real tape. He's got the brown gloves right there. He's got pockets on the back of his pants. And then down here, you can see he's got the big boots right here, and that is awesome. Now, although I absolutely love this figure, as a Casey Jones fan, I actually have a few minor complaints. Number one, if you look carefully at his eyes, they seem to be covered by like a black mesh design. Now, no hockey mask I've ever seen has had any sort of mesh design covering the eyes, so his eyes would actually be able to be seen through the mask. Now, in the old cartoon and on the toy itself, and even in the comic book, his eyes were always depicted as being white, kind of like the Ninja Turtles' eyes were. Now, I understand that this is a more realistic version of Casey Jones, so I know why they went with the dark eyes, because it looks really cool. Plus, your eyes are very shadowed through a mask, and it does match the little 3 slits where his mouth would be. So I understand about that, so it's not much of a complaint. I just wish they would have shown his eyes through the mask instead of putting that mesh design over it. I don't know. I just think that would have looked cool. Kind of like the way the 3-0 Michael Myers is, you know, head looks. I love that you can see his eyes through the eye holes. That is so cool. My number 2 complaint would be he's very pale. Now, I don't know how it's coming out on camera here. I like that his skin is like, you know, it looks like it's airbrushed and everything. It's got shading and stuff. It looks really good. But he just seems really pale. Now, like I said, I compared this figure to Craft 1 or Craft Tone figures, and they're very pale too, so I wonder if it has to do anything with the stock body. I don't know. But you know what? That's a minor complaint. But the other complaint would be, this is the only version of Casey Jones I've ever seen where he actually has tattoos. Now, I don't picture Casey Jones as being the type to have tattoos. I don't know. That just looks like something, you know, a punker would do, and if real Casey Jones saw this guy, he might say,
Hey, what are you, some sort of punker?
Huh?
God, I hate punkers.
So yeah, I don't really know why they gave him the tattoos. The last 2 complaints I have is, number 1, these aren't like sweatpants. I wish they were sweatpants. I love the cargo pants, don't get me wrong, but I wish they were sweatpants. That would be perfect. And these down here should be sneakers. These look more like combat boots or something. But you know what? Those are minor complaints. They still look awesome, and I love this figure to death. So I say we look at him up close. What do you say? So, here we go with a super duper close-up look, and starting with the leather strap that connects to his shoulder pad, and you can see it's all weathered looking as well, and that is awesome. His shirt is no longer white. It may have started out white, but now it's like an off gray with dirty black splatters. Now, if you look up here at the top of the shirt, you can see it's got some little draw ties right there, drawstrings, I should say, and then down here at his side, he's got the same sort of strings, and that's pretty cool indeed. Working our way up to his face, you can see his chest actually has some freckling, and that's pretty cool. Like I said, the body's painted really well, and it's got some really good musculature, as you can see. You can even see the veins in his neck there, but it's just kind of pale. I don't know. Now, up here at the mask, you can see that through the mouth, he's actually got some little mesh design there, too, and that's pretty cool. Now, I can more believe that than over the eyes. I don't know. That just looks like a bug eye or something like that. But that's okay, because like I said, looking at it, you know, with your own eyes, it just looks like he's got black, shadowy eyes, and that's very cool. I love the cut there across the nose and on the cheeks. That looks so cool. It adds a little bit of battle damage to his mask, and that is awesome. This mask design is one of my all-time favorite mask designs ever, and man, I love it. It's got another cut there at the top of the forehead, and then up here you've got the little strap there for his mask, and the way his hair pokes up. I love it when they give him the spiky hair on top and the long hair in the back. I love it because that's the way I picture Casey Jones. That is awesome. Now, turning the figure to the side, check out his hair sculpt. I love all the layers of hair that they've given him. That looks so good. You can even see his sideburn there poking out underneath the hockey mask. You got his ear right there, and you got his longer hair in the back there. That is awesome looking. See his jawline right there, and that mask, like I said, is amazing looking. I could have lived without the bug eyes, but you know what? Hey.
Sorry about the bug eyes thing. I'll be in my office.
Now, working our way down to his shoulder pad here, you can see all the little rivets and stuff. That looks very awesome indeed. Now, underneath this, he actually has one tattoo, which seems to have a really weird version of Invader Zim's logo or a strange tribute to Batman symbols or something. I don't know. He's just got weird tribals or something on his arm. But as you can see, he's got some, like, I don't know, the way the skin is sculpted, it's got some, like, pock marks and stuff all in it. It's got some texturing. That looks awesome indeed. He's got this little shoulder pad right here. As you can see, that looks very awesome and hides the articulation. That's very cool. Working our way down here, you can see the tape. Now, like I said, I think this is actual tape because this is very sticky when you touch it. And then down here, you've got his glove, looking very cool indeed. He's got some salt and pepper shakers there on his knuckles. That's awesome. Now, looking at the glove from the front here, you can actually see the flesh color of his fingers there, and his fingernails look very awesome. Working our way over here to his pants. Right here, you can see he's got the drawstring, and that's pretty cool. Like I said, these should have been sweatpants, but hey, you know, whatever. You can't have everything. You can always get, like, you know, a pair of 3A sweatpants from any of the Adventure Cartel figures, I guess, and put that on there. Up here on his right arm, he's got another tribal, and or I don't know, it looks like it might be words. I don't know what that might say. What does that say? That's a tribal. That looks like it says something else. So, justice? Does it say justice on his arm? I don't know that Casey Jones would get a justice tattoo, but okay, I guess. That's pretty cool. And then he's got a little, like, I don't know, a TIE fighter or an X-Wing there flying next to the justice. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, like I said, I love the texturing of his arms and body and stuff. That looks so cool indeed. But yeah, he's got a justice tattoo on his arm. That's kind of strange. But okay. And then working our way down his pants here, you can see he's got some cargo pockets there. His knees actually have holes in them on both sides. That's pretty cool. You can see his knee poking through there. And then down here at the shoes, which are more like, I don't know, these almost look like Vietnam combat boots or something. They're still pretty cool, but yeah. When I first saw them, I thought they were fabric, but I think they're plastic. So yeah, looking at them up close like this, you can see they're molded out of plastic. Now, there's not much give to them. You can't bend them at the ankle or anything like that, but that still looks pretty awesome indeed. I just picture him in tennis shoes, but hey, that's just me. Now, looking at the back of his head, check out that strap. That looks so cool indeed, and I love that they painted the buckle there silver. That looks so cool. You can see the brown highlights in his hair. It's not as visible from the front as it is from behind, so that's pretty cool. And you can see his long hair there. That is awesome. I love the sculpt of his hair. There's so much detail in it. You can see the design of his neck there, and the skin, like I said, the dirty shirt. He's got the leather strap again. He's got the elbow pad right there. You can see that it's all stitched and stuff. Very cool. You can see his skin poking out above his pants. And that looks pretty awesome, man. This is a very, very cool figure indeed, and I absolutely love it. Now, as for accessories, he came with these hands right here to hold his weapons. Over here, he has two fists. He has this little name plaque right here that's pretty cool, so you can put that right on the stand right there. Now, it didn't come with any sticky or anything, or it doesn't go on with magnets. It's just a little name plaque, so I guess you can glue it on if you want to, or just set it there. Who knows? He came with a wooden baseball bat that's molded out of plastic, and he came with a metal baseball bat, you know, molded out of metal, and that is awesome. And then over here, he's got a hockey stick, he's got a cricket bat, and yeah, he's got a golf club, everything. That is so awesome indeed. And yep, he came with a baseball, a hockey puck, and a golf ball. And all of that can go inside of his truly awesome golf bag. And yeah, that is cool. So, there's my review of the DreamEx Casey Jones 1/6 scale figure. And I'm sorry I didn't put them all together on camera, but man, oh man, this video is long enough as it is. Just believe me when I say that this is a truly, truly awesome figure, and man, oh man, do I love it. What an awesome birthday I had this year, and this is an awesome present to get to cap it all off. So thank you very much, Mr. Evilcheese and Zombie Cat, for coming down to visit us. And man, thank you very much for this Casey Jones figure. I absolutely love it. So, until next time, tune in for more Foo Reviews!
Hey, this is Nolan North. You don't want to miss Foo Reviews. And I'm out.